What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, we've got a brand new teaser for Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. So just to give you a basic rundown on what this is going to be, straight from the movie studio, this latest entry follows up the explosive showdown of Godzilla vs. Kong with an all-new cinematic adventure pitting the almighty Kong and the fearsome Godzilla against a colossal, undiscovered threat hidden within our world, challenging their very existence and our own. The epic new film will delve further into the histories of these titans, their origins, and the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond, while uncovering the mythic battle that helped forge these extraordinary beings and tied them to humankind forever. It's looking pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. So we were actually all together, me, Jacob, and then Alistair just chimed in the middle of a conversation between Joe and Jacob and I. We were doing like a Beast Hub thing, and he's like, there's a new Godzilla and Kong thing, and we watched it together. Looks awesome. I have no idea what to expect, but I will say that this is one of the coolest things that the Monsterverse has done in like ages, because they're sitting on top of this throne is some sort of orangutan, lanky, skunk ape looking creature that obviously Kong is going to have like some animosity with, because there's like a skull of Kong and a Godzilla skull as the camera pulls out. This is interesting. I have no idea what the new empire really entails and what direction they're going to go with this. All we know for certain is that now that the movies have kind of wrapped up and they've been talking about the television series that would have Kurt Russell fighting, like doing some sort of Godzilla and Kong stuff in the past and present with Monarch, this is interesting to me. And look, I know that not every old school Godzilla fan is into the Monsterverse era of stuff, but stuff like this, these ideas are really interesting, and it's what gets fans' brains turning and, you know, hyped up to see more. So this does not look like, to me, to be the same species of King Kong or ape or whatever you want to call it that Kong is in the Monsterverse. And if it's not an offshoot, like some sort of different variation, it could just be like some significantly lesser creature that is of the same species. What I mean by this is it kind of reminded me of the way Koba looked in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or maybe even Scar from The Lion King. You've got Mufasa, which is like the really big lion, and his little brother is like the mangy kind of dark lion that's evil. So this is very intriguing and interesting. We know that the Kong species is able to use weapons and do a lot of wild stuff like that, like a battle axe with a Godzilla dorsal fin. So yeah, if this is someone that's going to be a major villain, I can actually see this being really cool. The New Empire. Does he take out Godzilla and Kong immediately? I have no idea, but this is definitely going to be really cool idea to go forward with the Monsterverse. Now, they've already used the Hollow Earth kind of world, which is very Jules Verne and classic monster movies from like the 50s and 60s. This is an old school idea for monsters. So whatever this thing that's being introduced is, we know that they're going to be also pitting other monsters that they haven't shown us just yet up against it. So, you know, those cool dragon creatures, the gargoyle-like vulture things. We're gonna see some more stuff that we haven't seen before. I'm really interested to see what this turns out to be, and just to have another villain that is of the same caliber as Godzilla and Kong and isn't a reuse of King Ghidorah or Mechagodzilla. It's a cool idea, especially because it's another primate and it looks kind of lanky and different. Actually, speaking of which, this is giving me major Primal Rage vibes. If you guys remember that old game from years and years ago. He's even sitting on top of a throne and like there's skulls at the base. This is pretty cool, but we don't know too much about it just yet. Just a little information that got revealed with the teaser. I'm sure Al, Joe, and Jacob are going crazy. So whatever your own thoughts on this footage happens to be and what you think it'll turn out being for the Godzilla and King Kong universes in general, I'd love to hear all about that stuff in the comments down below.